106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Wow!
Welcome back to the Blues Brothers Minute. This is the show where we watch and discuss the film The Blues Brothers 2 minutes at a time. My name is Tom Taylor. Over here, sitting on my lap, is Mike DeMaria.
I'm nowhere near your lap.
I know.
All right.
A man can dream, though, can't he, Mike? All right. And then over here on my lap is Dan Lewis.
Well, let me sit on your lap and we'll talk about the first thing that pops up.
This is a party. As you know, if you've listened to the show before, and you have, we're discussing the next couple of minutes of the Blues Brothers. And actually this time, oh my sweet Lord in heaven, we're discussing the next, I don't know, like 7 or 8 minutes because, as we said at the beginning of the show, we're not going to cut in the middle of songs. And now we got 2 songs right in a row. The first 2 and really only songs performed by Jake and Elwood Blues here at the Palace Hotel Ballroom in Lake Winnipesaukee or whatever it is. Wazzapamani. So yeah, these are minutes 109 to 116, which feature the Blues Brothers finally making it to their own show and performing Everybody Needs Somebody and Mike's favorite song, Sweet Home Chicago, before exiting the stage and bumping into the president of Clarion Records and $10,000.
So we're going to rifle through all the entire set here, pretty much, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
So we're going to do. It starts. Their intro music is "Can't Turn You Loose" by Otis Redding. They don't sing the lyrics, but that's what they use for their intro.
Yeah.
Then we're going to go into "I Need You," and then we're going to go into "Sweet Home Chicago" all tonight. Is that what you're saying?
That is correct. Up until
is that what
they
you're telling me right now?
To the guy in the backstage. Yeah.
Have a Red Bull because we're doing it.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to tell me right this second.
I'm telling you over and over again. Yeah.
All right.
This is the deal that we cut for ourselves. This is the deal with the devil that we made. I have a question right off the bat. Does the subcontinent refer to Africa?
Yes.
What is the subcontinent? Okay, it is Africa.
Sahara.
Is that just because it's on like? Is it sub because it's like in the southern hemisphere? Why is it called the subcontinent?
I just always equate it with Africa, like it's sub-Saharan, so it's where the Sahara Desert and below.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but there's other. It's referred to as the Indian subcontinent.
Right.
It's like the Himalayas down.
Okay.
This is not just Africa, no.
So it's not Himalayas. Okay.
The Himalayas are in Nepal, which is actually, but that's north. If you look at India and Nepal on a map.
Below that is the Indian subcontinent.
Well, it's pretty much it's all of India.
Just so people don't think I've lost my mind, Curtis, in his introduction to the Blues Brothers, as they're finally coming on stage, or about to come on stage, he says that they've been gone for 3 years during their extensive tour of, Europe, Scandinavia, and the subcontinent.
Well, maybe that's a euphemism for being in jail.
Right.
I think that entire tour is a euphemism for being in jail, yeah.
I've had times where I've been subcontinent myself.
Sure.
Not
you eat enough birthday cake, you get a little subcontinent.
Yeah, a little
You've
bit.
also
you put
been
on a little
incontinent.
Jolly Green Giant costume, you get a little subcontinent.
You've also been
That's
incontinent, right?
Straight water.
Yeah, intercontinental. Straight water. Bring water to the desert.
Let's take a look at this then. Subcontinent definition.
You were like a cactus, Tom. You were a big green thing full of water.
Yeah, sometimes viruses know how to get water from a cactus.
Nerd juice. Oh, good boy.
That's
spicy
good
hot
squishy.
Nerd juice.
That's good
squishy.
squishy.
It is not good squishy. I like Curtis's whole intro, and I like the band doing the little "Can't Turn You Loose" in the background, and I like the Blues Brothers little thing backstage. They're the twirling key and everything, getting ready to come on, and I like their whole little routine with the key and unlocking the thing and taking out the harmonica and stuff. I like all that.
Yeah,
and then doing the flip to silence.
You like all that because it's shtick.
I don't normally go for shtick, but I do like this shtick. And I think it's punctuated by the fact that if you're not going to like shtick, if you're not geared that way, it is greeted with deafening silence and just stone face indifference, which is kind of satisfying and funny. Well, they wonder why they were just going berserk for Curtis and Minnie the Moocher, and now they're just sitting on their hands, and I kind of wonder why. But
the reason might be that the first one is a classic Hall of Fame jazz performer, and the second one is two dopey actors who can't sing.
Even though all these people are being paid to be there as extras,
so
the least they could do is applaud a little bit out of politeness.
Yeah, like if you saw, like for instance, if you went and saw Louis Armstrong maybe come out and do one song, and then he gives the trumpet to Abe Vigoda to take over from there or something. It's not gonna
I would love that.
People, I guess you would like it.
You think I wouldn't applaud for Abe Vigoda?
Excited about Fish from Barney Miller.
Dare you?
Yeah, but
FI gets up on stage and tapes a gun behind the box and the chain thing toilet. Be great.
Yeah, but he's talking about Fish.
I know.
FISH and not PH.
Right. I'm talking about Tessio. Anywho.
It's Tessio.
Right, exactly.
Hey, I have another really good geography question. Curtis is just inspiring all these geography questions. Why are the Blues Brothers billed as being from Calumet City, Illinois? Why are they not from Chicago?
Because that's probably where they're from. That's where they were orphaned or whatever.
Right, exactly. It's just that the song Sweet Home Calumet City doesn't roll off the tongue quite the same way.
No, it does not. But wait, I thought the orphanage was just in like the south side of Chicago.
You know why it's Calumet City? Because I think that's where the jail is. Isn't Calumet City where
that's Joliet?
I thought that was Joliet. Though.
Oh, Joliet. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, Joliet. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Joliet.
There's just some of their backstory that we've missed. Maybe it's just fun to say Calumet City. I don't know.
Why is the dressing room mirror cracked the way it is? Like there's a big crack in it, like a big somebody punched it.
This is the second take, and John Belushi flipped that key right into it or something.
Right. Okay. Sorry, Mike. What were you going to say there?
No. But before that, I said that their intro song, Can't Turn You Loose, Otis Redding. But it's a very, very widely covered song. You got Tom Jones covering it. Aretha Franklin covered it. Rolling Stones covered it. And probably my favorite cover is Wayne Cochran and the CC Riders.
Oh, yeah.
Who
I'm going to post
Steve
that
Lawrence would have preferred the Blues Brothers dress like.
Wayne Cochran.
It's a great clip of Wayne Cochran doing it. And he's all dressed up in like an Elvis suit.
Yeah.
But he's got this like very white, almost like Hulk Hogan type hair.
Yeah.
But Wayne Cochran was also friends with James Brown, so James Brown taught him all his moves. So it's a clip of them covering this song, but it's like as if Hulk Hogan had James Brown's moves and was covering the song. It's fantastic. I'll put it in the room. Don't worry about it. Look it up.
It's really good. I've seen that clip.
Yeah.
It's tremendous.
I looked them up when we were doing the the sauna room scene. Because what's his name? What's his name? The character's name, Mr.
Maurice Line.
Maurice Line. Jesus, thank you. Like he says, why can't you guys dress like Wayne Cochran and CC Riders? Yeah, blue jeans.
We're blue jeans.
Blue jeans. I always think of that. Where am I getting that from? I always do it in like a Russian.
Yeah, is that
blue
like
jeans?
Yakov Smirnoff or something?
It's Yakov Smirnoff. What a country!
It is. Blue jeans.
Dan's right on the cutting edge of comedy.
Yeah.
I defect.
I defect.
I do like there's some nice shots once they get their set going and everybody. Okay, I should say this first. The crowd is silent, stone faced. They start their song. Everybody needs somebody, And then slightly gradually, but not very gradually at all, it happens within 5 seconds or something, the crowd is suddenly won over and they're out of their seats and freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't quite know what inspired them to that.
What the catalyst was, right?
Yeah.
It's one of two things.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of two things. So I was thinking about this myself. It's when they they slap hands together.
Yeah.
Or it's when it's when Elwood says, when he goes into the deep voice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think that woos them.
What does he say? He sings
someone to love.
Someone to love. Because that's when the rhythm, just the slow clapping starts.
Well, they just don't.
Yeah.
It's right after Yeah, there doesn't really seem to be a moment that you can find other than, I don't think it's the slapping of the hands. I think it is Elwood.
Yeah. I think so.
Someone to love.
Oh,
and I like Elwood and everything, but I don't see exactly how. Yeah, maybe you should.
People like it so damn much.
Voice.
Yeah.
That'll be $94.
Right. We want baritone voices. Yeah. We want them now.
On a mission from God. I like some of these shots. I'm just looking at Elwood as he's doing this sort of like preamble thing. You, us, them, everybody. And it's a nice shot of him with like this like sea of blue faces in the background, and it looks like a legit, I don't know, like 70s era concert film or something. Mm-hmm. It's kind of nice. I like stuff like that.
People talk a lot about John Belushi's kind of performative abilities, but Dan Aykroyd's really tearing it up here, man, in a big way.
He is.
He's outshining.
He's a physical guy. I think so too. I mean, John Belushi does a good job of singing, I think. And it seems like half of the time those somersaults are him and half of the time they're not. But
I think that the cartwheel is him, but the person who comes in and does the flip is like Mary Lou Retton in a Blues Brothers uniform.
And it's a woman. You can clearly see.
Right.
No, but I think what's funny is you see the flip in like the far shot, and while he's doing the flip, he's about 15 feet away from Elwood, and then it cuts to the close up of them when he lands and then slaps his hand.
Yeah.
But he's doing the flip literally like on the other side of the stage.
Yeah. Continuity.
Movie magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say magic, you say continuity here. But either way. Do we have more stuff to say? Oh, you know what I just noticed? Is this, for some reason this disturbs me, is Elwood wearing, you can't see Elwood's sleeves of his shirt under the coat, the jacket sleeves. So is he wearing a short sleeve shirt under that jacket?
He just probably got them rolled up.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Either way, that bothers me. I want a full sleeve under the.
No, there was a scene before where he had his jacket off and he did have short sleeves. Good catch.
Really? Was it short sleeves or were they?
Yeah.
I remember seeing him with recall that in my mind's eye now. Yeah.
I kind of do too, but I can't think of where it was.
Why is that bother
I don't like that. It feels, you're supposed to have a shirt sleeve.
I could do that though. It wouldn't bother me.
It's probably not uncomfortable, but it would feel weird to me. I don't know. I know Jake, you can see the cuffs of his shirt under the jacket sleeves.
Right.
So he's doing it okay. But,
Elwood's wearing it well.
And it looks a little sloppy. It looks a little grubby, not seeing a shirt, the white collar, the white cuffs under there.
They're not the most posh guys in the world.
They are not.
I miss those. I like those stages. I want more of those stages where you got the catwalk in the middle and the front, and Steven Tyler can come out there and do a walk this way or something.
You can barely hear Dan Aykroyd's going to town on that harmonica, but you can barely hear it.
Yeah,
I feel sort of bad for him. Like, is his mic even
for some reason? I don't remember ever hearing the harmonica in the movie when in the actual movie, and not the director's cut. But it is there. I know it's there.
It is there, but you got to listen for it. It's not like up front at all.
Right. It's providing a little. Well, maybe his microphone is broken or something.
God, I never know. I just saw something that I never noticed before. When he's up, when what's his name? Elwood is up front at the end of the catwalk. John Belushi's on the floor, like right in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Like right in front of the audience.
Yeah, he walked down off stage and he's in front of the.
I never noticed that
on the crowd level.
Huh? Oh yeah, that's
crazy.
Right. Yeah, he came out front.
Yeah,
Next to
is he allowed to do that?
And they win him over. Right. Then they win him over. They got him over during the you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I guess so. I mean, yeah, now they got him in other hands.
That's what people went crazy for.
Yeah, except for the good old boys.
No.
Right, the good old boys
They're not buying it.
But everybody else was they wanted something and they weren't going to be happy until they got it. And it turned out it was they just wanted to be talked to in the second person. The second if he mentions me, I'm going crazy.
Yep.
You.
I need you, Elwood, but not in the way you want. I need to beat you up with this axe handle.
You.
Yeah. I need you at the end of my fist. I love Charles Napier. That's very awkward and goofy the way when he points with like the you.
That's a lame.
It's very goofy, but it's kind of funny.
I don't like that. They say you, and one of the U's is Charles Napier going, you, like he's going, I'm going to get you, you.
It's like, I'm kind of into this song, but only in a menacing way.
It's pretty cheesy.
See, this is what I don't understand. And I understand with the cops, kind of spread out all over the place, covering the exits. The good old boys are up in the balcony, right?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they be working their way downstage? If you were up in the balcony and the band, when they're done, is going to go backstage, and there's probably an exit in the back where they leave.
Yeah.
So they would position themselves as close to the stage as possible so they could get to them backstage.
Right.
That is
true. If you're going to make a confrontation, you're not going to do it on stage. So you're going to have to do it backstage.
For that matter, you'd think there'd be at least one cop backstage.
Right, exactly. And they didn't even go backstage. For the same reason.
Yeah.
Nah.
You got to go back. It's not like, oh, we're going to beat up Manhattan Transfer when they're done with this. So we're going to wait by the front entrance and not by the bus out back.
Yeah, we're going to wait for Little Feet.
Yeah, Little Feet. We're going to wait for
to quote Dan Lewis from a few episodes ago, it's not like this movie makes a lot of fucking sense.
It really doesn't.
You wouldn't want to mess with Foghat. Foghat could probably defend themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd have to go after Starship.
Starship. Jefferson Airplane, maybe not, but Starship, go to town.
They would fold like a wet noodle for Starship.
Right?
Jane, quit it.
They built this city, but they can't defend themselves.
No. Can't do it. We built this city.
Good grief.
What are you talking about?
How do you write White Rabbit? Okay. And then turn around a few years later and write We Built This City.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
There was a personnel change there, wasn't there?
I think there had to be.
That's Grace Slick, but that's Grace Slick.
She was there in both iterations, but was she writing songs both times? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Well, I'm sure she wrote or had a good hand in writing White Rabbit.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
You would hope.
You go from the
hallucinogen.
Right, I think it was the hallucinogens to the cocaine and the.
Well, I guess that's the best public service announcement for acid, as you say. When you're on acid, you write a song like White Rabbit. You take the acid away, you got We Built This City on rock and roll.
One pill makes you smaller, and one pill makes you right. We built this city.
Makes you small.
You know what sucks about We Built This City? It's the lyrics were written by Bernie Taupin.
What?
Bernie Taupin, Elton John's lyricist.
Oh, is that right?
He wrote the lyrics for We Built This City. Yeah.
Oh, you got to make money too.
I guess so.
Yeah.
He's like, boy, the idiots will
jingles.
Somebody else could have taken those lyrics and written a good song, maybe. What are you gonna do?
Sweet Home Chicago is originally attributed to Robert Johnson. That version's very good, the Robert Johnson version.
Now, is it? Now, is it like? Is it? Does it stand out? Is it still a good? You guys have convinced me that the song is to be avoided at all costs.
It's a deep. It's the first version of it, and it's a Delta blues style. So it's not the same kind of thing with the ridiculous turnaround. And Robert Johnson is also just fantastic, and it just got it's a different idea behind I don't know how else to say it except for to say that when you hear it, it's usually pretty damn whited up.
Yeah.
It's been Eric Claptified.
Yeah, Claptified.
Do you think McIntyre Murphy wants to hang himself every time he has to play this song?
Probably. He probably just
it's a rule of thumb.
Yeah.
It's a rule of thumb: if you hear that opening guitar riff in any blues club that you're in, you get the hell out of there as fast as possible.
Yeah, right. You get out because they're going to be coming around with jalapeno poppers pretty soon, trying to upsell you on a large Coke.
They just brought my potato skins 10 minutes earlier, for God's sake.
Right. You were brought to the venue by a Chicago Christian tour bus or something. Get out.
I just want to stay long enough to see a Negro.
There's not that many real deep blues bars, for real. Roses, I guess.
Right.
Roses is good.
It is good, but I bet look, I bet it's not all good. Blues is hard. It's hard to do well, right? It's easy to do, but really hard to do transcendently or,
Yeah. But I'm saying, as places goes, Roses is kind of just like this little dive bar with a pool table, and you get the real deal floating in out of there. But it's hard to keep to not have one or two jagoffs in each blues band, right?
Sure,
man.
The big turnaround guys that do the big smile for the turnaround. Ba 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 ba.
Yeah. I'm having a great time. I'm turning around.
You all just, because you're all in your own little world where you're doing the turnaround, but you all lock eyes at one, and you all wink at each other like, hey, we know this.
Here it comes.
Yeah, we know what's going on.
We're in the zone.
Maybe we ought to have Tom learn an instrument. Oh, that way we could do it. And the obvious instrument would be the bass.
I still have the jaw harp.
Tom could really play the bass. He's big and tall. Perfect.
Yeah, maybe I should learn a thing.
It's easy. That bass is easy. You could figure it out.
All right.
They teach you to play the blues in like a week.
Yeah, how hard can it be?
It really.
All these jokers are doing it.
Yeah.
Go on, smartass, and do it.
But Tom will be like the well-adjusted blues because he's got that well-adjusted life.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what's he so blue about?
I got the my action figure melted on the radiator blues.
I lost Greedo's gun blues.
Yeah, right.
The old "my son loves me" blues.
Yeah, the well-adjusted blues.
Hugs at bedtime blues.
I got the well-adjusted blues. Sometimes it gets boring. Sometimes I got to switch to Cocoa Puffs from another cereal that I don't like quite as much at that time.
Corn checks.
Sometimes I jump into a pool, and it's a kiddie pool. Let me get it on tape.
Sometimes I shop at Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Sometimes I shop at Mariano's.
I have to make that choice.
I got the blues. I can't for the life of me decide which picture to put on our Christmas cards blues. They're all so good.
Don't make me choose. I got the blues.
But I got what should we name our new puppy blues?
I got the we have a CSA produce box blues.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I don't know which donations I can write off blues.
I'm a very happy man.
I drive a hybrid car blues.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not enough people have electric cars blues.
Yeah.
I can't do it by myself blues.
I don't know how the PTA would get by without me blues.
It takes a community blues.
My son goes to private school blues.
Yeah, right.
This could go on all night.
Right.
Oh my God.
I got the first world problem blues.
Yeah.
I got first world problems, baby.
I said this way back at the church, James Brown's church.
Yeah.
The last time we saw Dan Aykroyd dancing with gusto, I think I danced sort of like Dan Aykroyd. I think that's kind of what I look like. I don't know if I even can do that anymore, but like if given the opportunity at some function or some back in the old days, I just sort of do stuff sort of like he's doing. I don't know if I do it well. Yeah, no, yeah. Paint a little picture in your minds, everybody. Oh. Tall Tom Taylor just sort of flailing about.
You feel like maybe
sort of herky jerky.
Tom looks like he's sort of constantly falling over, like he's some sort of Wile E. Coyote character who's in constant
like a sort of controlled
saving himself
fall.
from falling, but it's a constant fall. It's like
Yeah.
the way, which is what orbit is.
Yeah. I'm in geosynchronous orbit with the floor at all times.
He's a geosynchronous, slippery feet nerd orbit at all times, falling. If the planet weren't moving precisely 40,000 miles an hour in rotation, he'd be screwed.
Yeah. Banana peels are my apogee.
When do you dance, Tom? Is it like a wedding thing?
I don't. I guess that's the only time anymore that I would actually like have the occasion to.
That's when I
dance
dance
in
at weddings. I
way.
hardly ever dance otherwise. I'm not dancing. What do you? Come on.
Yeah. What, do I have joy in my heart?
I can't do that.
The hell is this?
What about you, Mike?
I danced at work the other day.
Oh my goodness!
Really?
Yeah.
Does anyone know?
They drag you off.
Well, we have these.
Screaming.
No, we have these team rallies once a month. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody, like whoever is planning it, they plan. Yeah, it's some sort of like a team building thing. And one of the guy who did it wanted to have like this. He had to come up with a dance, just whatever. It was tied to what we do. You were in little groups and you came up with a dance and a song. You see what I'm saying? So the person that I was with, we picked a disco song and she was going to she wrote the lyrics down and she was going to sing it. I said, I don't want to sing it. I don't like parody songs that are work related. I don't want to do it. So I said, you sing and you sing it and I'll dance. I'll just dance like it's a disco song. Oh, it's to I Will Survive. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Yeah. But it was there was no the song wasn't playing. She was just singing it to the rhythm of it, and I was just like shadow dancing.
Oh, Jesus!
That
doesn't sound awkward at all.
Yeah, but I was just doing all the disco moves that I could come up with.
Okay.
Yeah, but
wow.
And we did it, and we do these rallies in like the cafeteria in the building downstairs, and it's always like right at the end of the lunch hour. So we go down there, and people are still. Some people eat lunch later down there eating. I'm like, oh no, we're not gonna do this here.
Oh my God.
So I'm like in the corner doing this, like these disco moves, and then people just come down to get their coffee, like their late afternoon coffee, and they're just staring like, what the hell's up with that division?
What do we walk into?
We walk into
coffee.
Jesus, and that's at work.
That sounds remarkable.
I used to travel the world, man.
Yeah.
Just not doing it
last time
anymore.
you called us from India?
That's so far from anything that would ever happen at my workplace that I can't even understand it.
Do you want to survive? Will you survive?
When I was traveling the world, this kind of shit would never come up. Now I'm not traveling the world no more, and this shit's coming up.
You're stuck in an office, and they do stuff. They talk to you.
Stuck in shadow dancing downstairs in the cafeteria. I used to make shit go.
Yeah, you were saving the earth, one nation at a time.
Yeah, I'll be hitting the road soon. Don't worry about it.
All right. Go on, smartass, and do it.
Go on, smartass, and do it.
I said once about the song I Will Survive. I said, this song is fantastic, but seeing people enjoy it is horrifying.
Yeah.
Like if you see like groups of people dancing to it and like, woo, and they're all excited, they're at a wedding or something, and everyone goes on to all the people, they're half drunk and they're all on the dance floor for I Will Survive. You're like, oh boy, why is this happening?
It's like someone who's battling something or has an adversity. That's for them to sing.
Yeah. I guess
it's like when Tom Taylor's singing it. It's like, what are you going to survive? What are you going to survive, Tom? Your electric car?
I'll survive tax season.
Right. The Doctor Who marathon, he'll survive.
I'll survive.
It's a real slog.
I'll survive a subpar Star Wars sequel.
Yeah.
I have a question about the Blues Brothers, the movie The Blues Brothers.
All right.
Jake and Elwood Blues, they're going through Sweet Home Chicago, the Wave to Sean Candy and everything is charming. But they start doing their dance thing. They're dancing together and they dance right off the stage. Are they intending at that moment that they're gone, that they're leaving?
That's how I read it.
Or are they intending to leave? Because I'm sort of, you think they are? You think they're...
Yeah, they're going like 3 songs and out. They're like the, I don't know.
I guess so.
Right. That would happen with bands that are just like that. They just can't handle not having drugs for like a half an hour. You come out, just play 4
Right.
songs, you just leave.
The
Good
hell
night,
it is.
everybody.
Yeah.
Get back to the hotel.
I sort of thought that too, but now I'm sort of thinking like, oh wait, they met the record company guy, and they were like, oh wait, suddenly we have $10,000. We have a way to get out of here. Maybe now we should leave.
Right.
Or something. They realized they had the means, and like, you know, they had what they like. They would kind of need to stick around, wouldn't they? Like if they just left now,
the way they're
they
going,
don't have any like the money from the show or anything, or
yeah, they look like they're
you know?
they look like they're headed out. You know, the way they're going.
Like they've on traps, like they just leave in plain sight.
Right. They're just out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuckoo.
You know, in this scene, you can see Burton Mercer and the other guys with their orange whips. They've got their orange whips.
Oh, get out of here!
Well,
They actually have their orange whips.
I think it's the product orange whip that was being served on the movie set. They've got 3 cups and it has some sort of writing on them, labels, but no matter, I tried to zoom and see, but I couldn't tell what it says, but I'm certain that's what it's going to be. If they're going to bother doing a product placement
Oh, you're right.
of orange whip, then they're going to be there, you know?
That's awesome. I
Well,
want that.
has anyone looked up Orange Whip?
Yeah.
I would never do that.
We talked about it in the last episode.
It's like a New York egg cream.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Egg cream sounds disgusting, but it's delicious.
Oh, yeah. They have them at Kopi Cafe. Remember, Tom?
You and I had one there, yeah.
You
Yeah,
got Orange
we had
Julius
those.
there?
Brooklyn
Orange-
egg cream. No,
had orange
they have
whip?
an egg
Orange
cream.
whip?
Oh, egg cream. What's Kopi Cafe?
That's a
Kopi Cafe is like
in,
a traveler's cafe
yeah, in Andersonville, where I used to
in
live.
Andersonville.
Oh, okay.
In
It's
Chicago,
like a world
Illinois.
cafe. Yeah.
I see.
It's a little north of Calumet City.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A lot north,
Prospect.
actually.
Yeah.
What does it mean to say something's a traveler's cafe? What does that mean?
Well, it's a world cafe, you would say.
You go in there, they got like stuff and
Oh, right.
trinkets and
You go in there with your
doodads and
suitcase, they'll throw a
gewgaws and-
couple of patches on it with different cities' names on them.
Yeah.
2 orange whips to go, and give me a Montenegro and a
Yeah.
Lake
Yeah.
Baikal.
I've been taking these Huggies and any cash app behind the counter.
Yeah.
What else we got here?
We got this guy. This guy backstage is fascinating to me. I've always assumed that he is not an actor. And it's funny, if you look him up on IMDb, he's billed as an actor, and that is his one and only credit is the Blues Brothers. But then you just Google his name, Michael Klenfner. There's an N and then an F and then an N. Klenfner.
Klempner.
He died in 2009, and his obituary says, in recent years, Klenfner worked as a consultant, but he spent many years working on the record label side of the business. In the early 1970s, he was head of the FM album promotion for Columbia Records. Members one long yeah. So he was like a record dude, and he totally seems like a record dude.
Does.
Like he's a company guy.
That is no actor.
Who's not an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Wait.
Yeah,
So
he's
after
playing himself.
he worked at Arista Records, and he worked with. After that, he worked at Atlanta Records, and along the way became involved with Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi as they developed into the Blues Brothers. Klenfner could also be found in the Manning the Door. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he was with them as it became the Blues Brothers, and kind of fostered that a little bit. I guess.
So he's playing himself, basically.
Basically.
Actually, he's not playing anybody because nobody acts like that.
Right. Right.
Back in the 70s,
nobody
I
goes
used to
to a
work
show. First of all, nobody's gonna walk around with $10,000 in cash just in case
Just
they're
in
ready
case
to
they
sign
see a
up.
envelope.
hot band.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and nobody-
Blues cover band.
And now
Yeah.
think about it. If this was like an A&R guy, right?
Mhm.
Guy
Yeah.
who's out there looking for the next big thing. He comes back to the office the next day. Hey, I just found the hottest new band. You know, these guys blew my mind, and they're going to make us $1 million.
Yeah.
And then they bring in this white bread show band that just does cover tunes.
Yeah, right. I heard the
You know,
best
essentially, that's what's happening
tonight.
here.
I heard the
Yeah.
best version of Sweet Home Chicago that I've heard in days.
Yeah, it's going to sell like hotcakes.
It's amazing.
Yeah, they do something with the turnaround that's never been done before.
They look like Hasidic diamond merchants.
Right.
Hmm.
They've got 10 people in the band, so they're impossible to pay for gigs.
Yeah, the $10,000 that he hands them is specifically for their first recording. It's an advance on their first recording session.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just the.
I don't know
advance.
nothing about music or the industry or what bands are supposed to make, but $10,000 sounds like a great deal of money. It sounds like that's not even like the full amount that they will get for their first recording session.
No, that's just to lock them in there, Tom. It's
yeah, but I mean that's ridiculous.
just to
That
get a
sounds
verbal
nuts.
commitment.
Yeah, a handshake and here, take this and go pay Ray. Well, we'll get there next time.
Yeah, I've never met you before, but here's $10,000 of my own money.
Okay.
What's the movie with the big Mr. Big? There's a record executive fat cat named Mr. Big, and he signs the band at the end to a record contract.
Big.
Was that like Wayne's World or something?
Yeah, I think it might be Wayne's World. Yeah.
Yeah, like he just shows up. I'm Mr. Big.
Yeah, it's like the
I kinda
same
forget,
ending,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Or like Orson Welles in the Muppet movie.
Yeah, right.
He gives him the fame and fortune package or whatever it is.
Mr. Big.
You know, there's a Wayne's World joke in Bohemian Rhapsody, you know.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, have you,
Oh, in the
have you
movie,
seen
really?
Bohemian Rhapsody?
No.
No.
Oh, because Mike Myers plays the record guy, but he's all done up and with a wig and he's got a beard, but it's him.
That's funny.
And they're playing Bohemian Rhapsody. Queen's in and they're playing the album back to him. And he's like, this is never gonna sell. And he goes, I'll tell you, and he goes, your single is such and such. He goes, I could never imagine a bunch of teenagers driving in a car banging their heads to the song.
Right.
That's
See
funny.
what he did there?
That is,
I like it.
that's good.
It's pretty slick.
Is that movie
pretty slick.
good?
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Yeah. All right.
Probably the most interesting parts of it was them in the studio because it was showing all the shit they used to do because they would layer their vocals like nobody's
Yeah,
business.
they did lots of layering on there. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, we said it before, maybe the greatest frontman in rock and roll.
Oh, yeah.
Without question.
Yeah, maybe Iggy Pop.
David Lee Roth was no slouch.
Yeah, when you'd ride that inflatable microphone.
With the off-key jump. It's like off by like a quarter step.
Yeah.
Out of
Pretty
tune.
fascinating. God bless those weirdos.
They're unbelievable, Van Halen.
You know why they were great? Because they did things all the way.
They did all the way.
All the way.
Van Halen.
Whoa!
Whoa!
All right, let's do trivia.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, I had one more question.
what do
Okay, no, this could be a trivia question. This could be a trivia question in a way. What is... This isn't even trivia, this is just a question. This is my third geography question of the day, of the episode. He says... The guy refers to Clarion Records as the biggest recording, whatever, on the Eastern Seaboard. Is there a difference between the Eastern Seaboard and the East Coast?
Oh, I guess I always thought of the Eastern Seaboard as like the just the north and the center. For some reason, I excluded the south, but I don't know why.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, I have no idea what the definition is, like, or what the difference would be between that and
This
the
is similar to something we were talking
East
about
Coast.
before, which is the Indian subcontinent. It may have something to do with a plate or something.
Maybe, yeah,
No,
maybe
I
it's an
think-
actual geographical thing, geological thing.
Well, we looked up I was wrong about. I just always thought of the subcontinent as Africa, but like India is a subcontinent of Asia. Because India is. I think it was kind of considered like a landmass that's big, but not as big as a continent or something.
And
like
it's on a plate.
Okay.
It's all screwy.
That is screwy.
Yeah.
All right.
Huh.
Sounds made up.
That's not a real trivia question.
No, I have some Blues Brothers trivia if you want to do Blues Brothers trivia.
Oh, wow. That's a treat,
Sure.
right?
Yeah,
Old
that's
school,
novel, isn't it?
Scots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had the Scamods question before. I'll just make up one. No, I won't. Okay, here we go.
All right.
I'll do a few of these. I
All
found
right.
these online.
Par,
These are good.
par 3? Okay, go.
Let's do a par 5 as though it's
Five.
a how many cards are on how many are on a Trivial Pursuit
There's 6
card?
on the
5 or
card
6?
there.
Should we do 6?
No, we should
Make it
do
sound like a
fewer. 4.
All right. Okay, we'll do 4. Okay. Jake orders, this is at Chez
fried
Paul,
chickens and Coke.
orders a bottle of Dom Perignon.
Oh.
What year is the vintage?
Oh, 71 or
$75 an
72.
hour.
Mike, what do you think?
73.
71 or 72. I'll go 71.
Oh, here, I should probably give you the options then. Okay. There's 69, 67,
Nope.
73, or 71.
71,
I'll stick with 73.
I kind of want to say 71 too. Also. Oh, God damn it. Do I have to do the whole thing and then find out if
Oh.
Oh.
And like all the best champagnes, it's vintage dated.
Vintage. 1971.
It's fermented in the bottle.
Fermented in the bottle.
Okay, I'm just going to put answers for all these. And then we'll see if I was right. Okay, when Jake and Elwood, Dan Aykroyd, are discussing substandard prison food with McIntyre Murphy, which of the following dishes is not mentioned?
They're all pretty bad. Wait a minute.
They're all pretty bad.
Wait a minute. I didn't get the answer to the first question.
We don't know yet. I have to goddamn plug in answers for all the things.
All right, well, let's just get right through it.
Let me get through it. Jake is worried about his opening. No, Jake and Elwood are discussing the substandard prison food with McIntyre Murphy. Which of the following dishes is not mentioned?
Okay.
Oatmeal, cabbage rolls, pepper steak, or chipped beef?
Oatmeal.
I think it's chipped beef.
No, it's chipped beef because they did mention oatmeal.
They mentioned oatmeal and cabbage rolls and pepper steak.
I know. Yeah, I know they mentioned the other two.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's chipped beef.
Okay. I'll stick with oatmeal just to be consistent or whatever.
Okay, weirdo.
All right.
What's the name of the beauty salon where Camille
curl up and
Carrie
die.
Fisher works? We know that was her name.
Curl
Camille.
Up and die.
Curl up and die.
My wife Camille.
My wife Camille. We see. I'm just going to call her Carrie Fisher. I don't know where they get Camille from. We see Carrie Fisher leaf through the instruction manual for a flamethrower. What is its designation? I think I know the answer to this. Is it the M89, the M109, the M99, or the M79?
It's the EM50.
EM50. I don't remember this one except a couple of those sound familiar. M70, M89.
First one.
I want to say
the first
79.
One, the M70.
Shit.
70 was not an option.
These are good questions.
Well, 79 though.
These are. Okay, I'm gonna ask one more, and then I'm just gonna click a bunch of buttons so it'll think that I answered the rest, and we can find out. Okay. The entire band does some serious browsing. Oh, this is too easy. Ray's Music Exchange. What item does Elwood seem particularly interested in?
Westinghouse barometer.
Toaster oven.
Yeah.
It's a Westinghouse.
One of them kind of tips up.
Measures tire pressure, oil pressure, radio synchronatic satellites. Go ahead.
Okay, wait. A number of popular dancers are mentioned during Ray's rendition of Shake Your Tail Feather. Which of the following is not one of them? Oatmeal, pepper steak.
This is good. Wait, start from the beginning.
Let's do it. Come on, let's do it.
The Watusi, the Bossa Nova, the duck,
Bossa
or
Nova.
the mashed potato.
Done.
Yeah,
it's done. Bossa Nova.
It's the Bossa Nova.
No, there's no Bossa Nova.
There's no Bossa Nova.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just running
through
the
duck.
thing. We were ready. 1971 was the vintage. 1971, we got that one right.
Right.
Chipped beef was not mentioned as a prison food. That was correct. Curl up and die, of course. I was right. The M79 is what she's looking at in the instruction manual.
That's what we said. We all said that.
Yeah, we all said
Toaster oven and Bossa Nova was correct.
Yeah,
was
we know the movie.
And Shake Your Tail Feather. Mm-hmm. We've been doing this goddamn thing 1 minute at a time.
Mm-hmm.
We're good at the Blues Brothers. We should, we should do at some point. We should have somebody come up with a Blues Brothers trivia thing once we're done with it, and a Caddyshack trivia thing, and see which one we do better at.
Huh? I think I would do better at Caddyshack.
I kind of think I would too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see someday.
Yeah.
And that was trivia.
Oh.
I don't care what anybody says. That was trivia.
Yeah.
Give me a lot of money for that trivia. God damn it. What?
All right.
All right.
Hey,
excuse me. Oh, that felt great. Gosh, it's
all about class, Tom. It's all about class.
Is it?
Yeah, it's about class. We don't burp on the radio.
Oh, class.
Get it together, dude.
I've heard of it.
It's all about class.
Hey, we should thank some patrons, I think. Would you like to do that?
There we go.
Sure. It's a new day. It's a new week. It's a new show. It's a new episode. We're going to thank all
the beautiful people. Are they getting everything that we
like
promised?
Yeah, what are they?
They are.
What do we owe these people?
We owe them early access to this show.
They got
Everybody
that.
listening is get this on a Monday.
Gee,
they could be
that's a
getting the
treat.
show on a Friday. That's what these people are getting. They're getting their names mentioned on the show. We're singing their praises. We're speaking their names.
Speak your name.
Okay.
And that's promised to them that we'd say their name on the air?
Yeah, they're tiers. There are tiers of support.
Okay, thank you, Jerk Piss Poor House. Good.
Yeah, Jerk Piss Poor House, Mark Mavora, Captain America, Snoke Porterhouse, Pork Snorter House, Matt Carson, Scott
Bill
Bishop, Private Pile, Bill Turner, not that Mother Scratcher, Bill Parker, and May Flores. Thank you all. You are the beautiful people. You are part of the Snobatorium, and we love you.
Boy.
And if you want to be one of those beautiful people, head over to patreon.com/ditchdiggers and throw us a couple of bucks, support the show, be part of the cool people, the cool crowd, and we will love you forever.
Fucking dare you to do it.
Mr. Blutarski. 0.0.
Show me where to find you.
No, I'm going to tell the rest of you what I told the rest of the boys at Faber College. You're out. Through. Finish at Faber College.
Gave me just enough time to have a sip of water. All right. Thank you, everybody. Tell everyone you know about the show. Tell them to listen because they're going to love it, and so do you.
Tell them to get
come
bent.
back. Tell them to get bent, but in a nice way because they're your buddies. And then come back next time for the daring escape of the Blues Brothers.
Okay.
In the movie The Blues Brothers, right here on the Blues Brothers Minute.
Hey, you scratched my ankle!